You know that feeling when you wake up and you're just calm, focused, and ready to go? No need to pump yourself up, you just act. What if I told you that kind of discipline isn't some personality trait you're born with, but a skill you can actually build? Well, that's exactly what we're talking about today with the Lotus Method, a four-stage framework designed to help you build that skill from the ground up. So here's our game plan. We're going to walk through four distinct stages. We'll start by building your mental foundation, the roots. Then we'll train your self-control, that's the stem. From there, we'll channel it all into deep focus, that's the full bloom. And finally, we'll talk about how to turn discipline into a permanent part of your lifestyle so you can thrive. And stick around because we'll finish with a 7-day challenge you can start immediately. And this right here, this is the idea that changes the whole game. This high-performance self-control we see in some people, it isn't magic. It's not reserved for a select few. It's a system, a process. And if you follow the structure, anyone can develop it. So let's dive into the first stage. Okay, stage 1, building strong roots. Just think about a lotus flower for a second. To be unshakable, it needs a powerful foundation anchoring it, especially when the water gets murky. This stage is all about building that strong mental base before you even try to take action. So how do we build these roots? Well, it really comes down to 3 key actions. First, you've got to find your clarity, your deep, personal reason for even wanting this. Second, you have to shape your environment so discipline becomes the path of least resistance. And third, and this is key, you have to learn to think incredibly small. This question might look simple, but it is everything. It's the absolute bedrock of your discipline. Because let's be real, if your why is weak, your discipline is going to be weak. This isn't just about setting a goal like, I want to get fit. It's about finding a mission, a purpose so strong that it holds you steady when comfort and distraction are screaming your name. This why is your anchor. Okay, let's move up to stage 2. Once those roots, your why, are firmly in place, it's time to train your stem. The stem is what keeps that lotus standing tall and steady. For us, the stem is our self-control, the ability to act no matter how we're feeling in the moment. So the crucial skill here is mastering what's called delayed gratification. I want you to think of this as your discipline muscle. Every single time you resist an immediate temptation, whether it's checking your phone instead of working or hitting snooze, you're basically doing a rep. You're making that muscle stronger. And this slide lays it out perfectly. In almost every moment, you're at a fork in the road. On one side, you've got the easy path, right? Instant rewards, comfort, which feels good now, but it actually weakens your self-control over time. And on the other side, you've got the path of pausing, resisting, and practicing patience. That's the path that builds real long-term strength. But what about that moment when you know what you should do, but you just don't? That moment of hesitation is a total discipline killer. So here's a powerful little mental trick to just smash right through it, the 5-second countdown. It's designed to interrupt your brain's habit of talking you out of things and just launches you into action. Let's try it. The second you feel that hesitation kick in, you just start. 5, 4, 3, you're shutting down the excuses. 2, 1, move. That's it. That simple countdown hijacks the part of your brain that wants to procrastinate and creates a new pattern built on action. Think of it like a launch sequence for your will. So, with a strong foundation and that trained self-control, now we get to stage 3, full bloom. This is where the lotus finally reaches the surface and opens up. For us, this means we can finally channel all that hard-won discipline into deep, productive focus. And this is such a critical insight for this stage. Being a high performer isn't about grinding for more hours. It's about working deeper. A single hour of pure, uninterrupted focus is worth more than 3 hours of being constantly distracted, because every little interruption just resets your mental momentum. Quality of your attention beats quantity of your time. Every single time. So how do we actually do that? A fantastic practical technique is time blocking. You don't just hope you'll find time to focus, you schedule it. You put it on your calendar like a doctor's appointment. And during that time block, notifications are off, your phone is in another room, and you are 100% committed to that one single task. It's non-negotiable. All right, let's bring it home with our final stage. A lotus doesn't just bloom once and then it's done. It learns to thrive in its environment year after year. This last stage is all about making discipline so ingrained in you that it becomes a permanent, automatic part of who you are. And this right here, this might be the most powerful piece of the puzzle. It's a profound shift in your identity. The most lasting change happens when you stop seeing discipline as something you do and you start seeing it as who you are. Your brain has this deep, fundamental need to be consistent. So when you start telling yourself, I am a disciplined person, your brain will actively look for ways to prove that statement true with your actions. So there you have it, the entire 4-stage framework from roots all the way to thrive. Now, to make this all real, here's a simple, super actionable challenge to put the Lotus Method to work for you starting today for the next 7 days. Your mission is straightforward. Just pick one habit. Seriously, just one. Maybe it's waking up earlier or reading every day, whatever. Then, apply the 4 stages we just covered. Figure out your why. Use the 5-second rule when you hesitate and block out time for it. Track your progress and remember the most important rule. If you miss a day, you don't quit. You just reset and go again. The goal here is consistency, not perfection. And this really is the point to end on. Knowing all this stuff is one thing, but action is everything. This whole system is built on taking those small, consistent steps. So I'll ask you directly, what is the one habit you will commit to building starting right now?